Are you shooting yourself in the foot with your marketing tactics? So, one of the things I want to talk about today is scarcity and urgency. Because I've seen people make horrible mistakes, even big time gurus out there. The things I'm going to talk about today are probably going to defy uh, their their mindset and uh, the common beliefs out there. One of the things is I've noticed that a lot of people out there are doing um, this thing where you're moving the free line. So things that should be behind the paywall are free temporarily, and then that causes urgency and scarcity because you want to get people to grab it before it goes away, right? So you're getting them to take action. So an example of this is if you run a virtual event, it's a common practice to have people upgrade to a VIP in order to get the replays. And then the people that run these events feel like it's doing the people that bought the VIP a disservice to allow others to watch the replay as well. So I have a couple of thoughts behind this. Some people out there strongly believe that you should only allow people to watch the live event. And if you miss the live event, there's just no chance to watch the replay unless you upgrade to VIP. I like to allow people a certain amount of time to consume the replay before taking it away. And here's why. I've noticed that when it comes to registering versus showing up live, it's about 25%, 25% attendance of the overall registrations. So if 100 people registered, only 25 people will show up. So if I only allow people to watch it live, only 25 of that 100 people are going to see it. But during that event, ideally, you're going to be offering something, or you're going to be creating that relationship and developing rapport and all these good things that lead people into the customer journey with you, right? And you invest all this time and energy and money into promoting the event, putting on the event, producing it, creating all the graphics and the promotional material and all this stuff. A lot of effort goes into that. So why would you limit it to only those 25 people? In order to expand your reach and the effectiveness of all of this effort, it would be better to allow access to the replays for, I mean, it could be limited time, so you can still have that scarcity and urgency in there. But I'd like to leave it available for anywhere from 3 days to a week. And maybe that's too much time for you. Maybe you think people should only be allowed to it for 24 hours or whatever. I mean, people have different ideas about this, but there's no ultimate right or wrong way to do things. This is just my personal insight. So the reason why I say this is because, first of all, the people that might not be able to attend live might be closer to your ideal client because maybe they're working a 9-to-5 job. That means they have money to spend. The the broke person sitting on their couch, sure, they can attend live, but are they your ideal client? Maybe not, right? So you're kind of screening out a certain demographic, which could be ultimately the better client to have over the people that can attend live. Or maybe they're, busy action takers that have other stuff going on that day. You don't want to penalize somebody for being a busy action taker because, again, that might be your ideal client. So you want to give everybody a chance to consume the information that you fought so hard to put out there. I feel like withdrawing the free line too quickly is actually detrimental to your sales because you're limiting the amount of people that can actually watch it. I know for me, of the big ticket investments that I've made in mentoring, in training, in programs and whatnot, the ones that I purchased were from the people that were very generous with allowing access to the replays. And because it also gives you as the audience member a sense of that generosity. See, that even just having that available, that kind of sends a signal of this person is very giving with their knowledge. They're not stingy. They're not coming from a place of ironically, scarcity. You know, are you coming from a place of scarcity? Maybe you want to use scarcity as a tactic, but are you using that? Is that your mindset going into it, that you want to hold on tight to your information? Or are you coming from a place of abundance? That, oh, you can have this for free because I have so much more to give that it's really not it's really not, taking a lot from me in order to give that to you. So people will on a subconscious level connect with that generosity. And those are the programs that I've invested in, is with those people that are like that provide their content freely and generously. So it's good to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer or the client or the prospect or whatever, to just look at your campaign and what you're doing in your marketing strategies from their perspective. The things that you're doing right now, the tactics that you're using, how would you respond to that personally if that were you, if the roles were reversed? So think about it from their perspective. How are they perceiving this? How are they receiving this? So it's really important to get into the mind of your prospect. So that's another reason why I like to make sure that you're sending that message out there, because I know from personal experience, I've been very turned off from some big gurus out there because of their very stingy marketing tactics. Like, you can watch the first 45 minutes of my event, and then you're going to get kicked out unless you pay. Or, I missed the first part of this training, so is there a way to get the replay? Nope. That kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't like this guy. If he doesn't care enough about me to make sure that my needs are met, even if it's, oh, I missed the first 15 minutes, I just want to go back and watch the first 15 minutes that I missed. And no, it's just simply no. So think about it from their perspective. What message are you getting across in your scarcity and urgency tactics? So, also, there's different types of people out there who consume information differently. And I know that probably a bigger percentage of people out there are represented by this category, which is why a lot of marketers just attach their tactics and the mindset going into it and the strategy on this bigger group, this bigger percentage of the population, but you're totally ignoring this other group over here. So the more popular sentiment is probably that you want to have people attend live because you have a higher conversion rate when people attend the live versus watching the replay. So that might be true to a degree, okay, but it's not an absolute. So what I see is people only catering to that one group and making sure that people attend live, because the people that attend live happen to convert better because of the interaction, the interactivity, the engagement, the participation, the audience participation, right? Those are all really good things to throw into the event to try to get the engagement higher, because the people that attend live are there because they consume live better than watching the replay. That's why they're there, right? So think about this for a second. Don't just do things because, oh, that's what the gurus say, like internalize it, think about it, rationalize it. What makes sense to you? So some people are like that. Sure, the conversion is higher on a live event. That doesn't mean you want to punish the people that only can show up to the replay or prefer to watch the replay. I thought I was alone in this until one of my clients said the exact same thing, which is, I never attend these events live. I always go back and watch the replay afterwards. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And you know what? I usually watch it at 2 times the speed so I can get through, a 5-hour summit in 2.5 hours. Because for some people, their time is more important than that interactivity, than that engagement. They operate differently. They make decisions differently. Maybe that particular demographic doesn't necessarily need to attend the live event. They don't need the engagement. They don't need to go into the breakout rooms and do all these things. Maybe that scares them. Maybe they're introverts and they don't like being put on the spot like that. They'd rather just, sit in the safety and comfort of their own home and watch the replay at 2 times the speed, and they're still getting value out of it, and they still could be a very good customer in the end. But the way that a lot of marketers are operating, they're completely cutting out that particular demographic, that particular buying style, that particular type of person. So instead of having it an either or all the way, right? Just have it be a mix. Some of your sales will come from the live and some of your sales will come from the replay. Another in regarding to that, the replay aspect of things, a lot of people that create events like to turn that content into an evergreen funnel, right? The problem that I see frequently, very frequently, is that they will make it an evergreen, but they will try to make it look like it's live, because they've heard, oh, the conversion rate's higher when it's live, so we don't want to make this look like it's a replay. But you know what happens? It is very, very difficult to pull that off, to convince people that it really is live when it's a replay. And they're going to catch you. They're going to have that little inkling in the back of their brain going, this doesn't seem right. For whatever reason, they'll catch on that it really is a recording. And when they do catch on, then there's going to be this distrust. Why are you trying to pull one over on me? Why are you not being honest? You're not being authentic right now. There's all sorts of technology to make it look like it's a real live event going on in real time. And people spend thousands of dollars on this technology to try to make it look like that. But I'm telling you, it's okay for it to be a replay. In fact, the people that will be drawn to it probably don't like having to pick a time, whether it's, on the evergreen funnels, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll say, this event is happening 10 times. So you can either watch it in 45 minutes or you can watch it tomorrow at 7 a.m. or, it'll give you a couple of options, because they want to give the illusion that people are, that the speaker is just going in and presenting this over and over and over again for 10 times. But who do you think you're fooling? I think that those people are probably angrier that they can't have on-demand access, and you're forcing them to conform to one of these time frames when the time frames are absolutely arbitrary. They really are. Like, what is the reason for you to only offer it right now or 7 a.m. tomorrow morning? What if neither of those times work for the person that's looking at it? You're turning them off. You're turning them away. Why? Think about why you're doing the things you're doing in your marketing tactics. Okay. So there are a couple of exceptions out there because of that, those two different types of people, the people that are like to be live and people that like to watch the replay, that prefer to watch the replay. And so one that I've seen done very well is offering one time that's within a 24-hour period of from the time that you land on the landing page. It's the next available time slot is within 24 hours. And then they also say, or you can watch yesterday's replay now. That way you can target both of those types of people. You get the live interactors and you get the replay watchers with that particular method. But I've seen a lot of damage done when you pretend it's live and it's not. Because once people catch on, they're just tune out. They're like, this person is not trustworthy. And one of the things, in addition to you providing people information through your events, is developing trust and rapport and, all those other things that go along with it, that you're literally just turning people away instead of attracting clients. There's literally no reason to make it only be live. Because there's some people out there that prefer to just, hey, this looks interesting. I have 20 minutes right now, so I'm just going to watch replay right now. I want it now, right? So now you're getting those people that want the instant gratification. In fact, I've even gone to a landing page where it says this event is going to happen in 15 minutes. So I sign up for the next available time slot, 15 minutes. And in those 15 minutes, I was distracted by something else and I never went back. I never went back to watch the live when it started. So think about, you're doing these things to increase conversion, but by doing these particular things, how many people are you letting fall through the cracks? It's like it's a juggling act. How many people are you going to let fall through the cracks because you're so entrenched into this particular tactic that that's the only way that you think people will buy? I believe it's up to you as the marketer to be flexible in your thinking in order to open up the doors to more people. I think that's another problem, is that they are placing a lot of the responsibility on the prospect instead of, taking responsibility for your own strategies. Now, when I say that, I don't mean control, because I think that's another problem that a lot of people have. Because if you're coming from the place of scarcity and you want to hold on to your content tightly, and then you listen to a marketer saying you should offer your best stuff for free, you'll hear things like that. So maybe out of an obligation, you feel like you need to do that, even though internally you're going, I don't really want them to have this, so I'm only going to put this out there for the 1 hour that I'm live, and that's it. then I'm taking it away. But it's all about control. It's all about you wanting to control the situation. That's same with the time zones. Same with only offering your on-demand instead of offering your on-demand replay. You're only offering it at certain times because you want to control the situation. Because again, maybe that's something that somebody told you along the way. In order to convert sales the best, you have to keep control of the situation. You have to control the conversation with somebody. If you're, in a sales call, right? It's one of those things that they say, you want to take control of the conversation, right? But sometimes we have these ideas in our head that we should do things in a certain way, but it's not helping. It's not helping your marketing. And I know a lot of people out there will fight me on this, because some people strongly believe that you should only get access to something for free if you attend live. And if you don't attend live, then you're not a right fit client. But I'm here to bust that myth, because I've seen enough, I've experienced enough to know better than that. There are different schools of thought out there for sure. Some people out there actually have admitted that the content that is in their high ticket offer that people pay thousands of dollars for is freely made available either on their website or on their social media. And when questioned about that, they said, that's okay if I put my information up, if I put my content out there freely, because people still buy. It's not a slap in the face of the people that buy the VIP ticket if you offer the replay to anybody who registered for a certain amount of time. In fact, if you really feel that way, then maybe you should take a look at what you're offering in your VIP package. You should make the value of your VIP package so strong that even if somebody knows that the replay will be available, they still want to buy it. That's why I like to have other things in the VIP package other than just the replay itself. So if you're only offering the replay for your VIP experience and nothing else, rethink that. Think about what else you can put into that to make it irresistible. You can offer gifts, downloads, courses, more content, more time with you, more time during the event, extra little breakout rooms that are only for VIP people, one-on-one consultations. Give them extra things, because a lot of people aren't just buying the replays, they're buying the experience. They really do want the VIP experience. So give them that. They want the red carpet treatment. So if you're trying to create these offers and you come up to against that, if you're resisting that statement, then think about what you're offering and how much value you're providing in your VIP package. So to recap, put yourself in the audience's shoes. Look at it from their perspective, what you're doing. Is your urgency and scarcity helping or hurting your bottom line? And don't just think about it from, oh, so-and-so told me to, so I have to do it. Think about it from your own processing, okay? Don't be afraid to question mainstream marketing ideas because, frankly, they're always evolving anyways. Even things that could be 100% true today might not be 100% true tomorrow, or even true at all in the next 6 months. Maybe in the next 6 months, a certain strategy will be so oversaturated and overused that it's no longer effective. So, adjust your thinking when it comes to marketing. Sometimes those traditional tried and true methods actually work, and sometimes you need to have a refresher on the things that you're doing. I'm always questioning things, not because out of mistrust, but just, why is this working? Why wouldn't this work? Don't just take people's word for it. Don't even take my word for it. Marketing is about being innovative. So sometimes you have to tweak things a little bit in order to get them to work better. And especially if you're either doing something that you've always done, or you're doing something because somebody told you to do it and it's not working, just adjust those little knobs. Tweak it here and there until it works. Don't just keep hitting your head against a wall just because somebody told you to. Why are you using urgency in your marketing? Why are you using scarcity in your marketing? I always have a specific reason for everything that I do in my marketing. A lot of times people don't even get what I'm doing, but they'll have personal opinions about it and they'll say, why are you doing this? I don't like that. Don't do that. And I'm like, oh, if you only knew the strategy that went behind that. So sometimes I just have to let it go because I try to make my clients happy. But that's why I'm doing this video, because I wanted to just give you my 2 cents for what it's worth. So you can, make these decisions for yourself. If you don't want to have your event replayed to anybody other than VIP, hey, that's your strategy, I guess. But I want you to know the thought behind doing it differently than that, just so you can take a look at that and be like, okay, yeah, you're right, maybe I should try it this way. Or no, I only do it this way. It's your choice. Hey, that's the beauty of being in the entrepreneurial space, is you get to make your own decisions. But just make sure that you're making them for the right reasons. Don't make your decisions based on your control, your personal scarcity mindset, or just because somebody told you to do it. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and thank you so much, and have a great day.